Is this the best two-story plan with Chesmar Homes? You tell me.
Players, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe, so clear. Look out. Pop, pop,
In this video, I'm walking you through the Hattie plan with Chesmar Homes. Now, I just walked through this home with my clients and they knew it was missing one room they had in their list of needs, but they still almost contracted on this home, and I'm going to show you why in this home tour in Liberty Hill, Texas. We're also going to talk about the community that we're in and the suburb outside of Austin, Texas that we're in and what's happening in this area. Now, this is going to be one of the main reasons why my clients love this plan, and it's because they didn't want a home that had a narrow hallway leading out to the main living area. They wanted it to open up right away, and I think that's why they, along with so many other buyers, love the Hattie plan. You walk right into the main living area that opens up with these cathedral-style ceilings, just allowing so much great design work that can be accomplished in this plan that has tall ceilings, that has great windows off the back wall, and has so many things that buyers want. Now, throughout this video, I will cover what buyers like about the Hattie plan, and that starts right here in the kitchen. What so many buyers tell me about this kitchen is they love the amount of cabinetry that's in here. Now, of course, with most plans, you're going to have cabinetry behind the kitchen island, but on the opposing wall in this plan, notice they have 3 sets of cupboards across that back wall. They got a coffee machine over there. Usually in most plans, the refrigerator's over there, and then maybe there's a small amount of countertop space to put like a coffee maker or something like that. In this kitchen, I think it feels so much more grand having cabinetry in that L shape around both walls. Now, in this model home, they did a 5-burner gas stovetop. They kept the backsplash simple, going up to an under cabinet vent hood. And I'm going to tell you 2 things here. First off, I love the color combination in this kitchen. They kept the countertops and backsplash very light. They did gray cabinets and dark hardware on those cabinets, and then dark pendant lights that we see above this kitchen island. And I think that's a fantastic contrast where you just keep these things simple countertops, simple backsplash, but use the cabinets and the hardware and these beautiful pendant lights as a design piece to contrast the other upgrades that are in here. Now, when I say upgrades and selections and design, that's the second part to this. Keep in mind, this is a model home. It's for representation purposes, meaning you can build this plan in so many communities across the Austin metro that Chesmar is building in. Now, that doesn't mean you can take this plan and just start changing structural items like moving rooms or adding rooms or moving walls. For example, in this pantry, you can just elongate the pantry unless they're offering a structural upgrade here. But I don't think you would need to do that because, as you'll see, for this amount of square footage, this is a good pantry size, especially you have some room here that goes underneath the stairwell that's hidden in the back of the home, which we'll cover in a few minutes. But what you can change is you can change the design upgrades that are in here. For example, that sink is a partition sink, and I have a lot of buyers that upgrade to a single basin sink to get more room in that sink area to put pots and not have those pots stick out like you do in a partition sink or a 60/40 sink. And then the countertops and cabinets and backsplash, these are all different upgrades that you can do in Chesmar's design studio. Now, if you need more help understanding the design process, reach out to me. By the way, my name's Raj Sahu. I'm a realtor in Austin, Texas, and I've represented clients with 19 different builders. I've also been to 15 different design studios with builders, so I can tell you all the pros and cons of the builders that are here in the Austin metro area and even other cities in Texas. And I can tell you the pro of working with Chesmar on this plan is this main living room. Take a look at all those windows off the back wall. You saw the ceiling height again with those cathedral style ceilings, which is amazing. And both tall ceilings and lots of windows complement all the great design selections that are here in this living room. As soon as you enter in through that front door and see this main living area, your eyes go to the right, looking at this beautiful tile around this fireplace. Then your eyes go to the left to all that great design work in the kitchen. And then your eyes go up to that ceiling height and then through those windows into the backyard. Now, so many buyers tell me they love that grand feeling in a main living room that they're going to be spending a lot of time in, but I also think that helps with resale because a buyer walking into that main living area, they're going to get that grand feeling walking in there, and I think you get that same feeling walking into this primary bedroom. I love the tray ceiling with the accent color on the ceiling. I love around the rim of that tray ceiling, they have a brown color, just providing a little bit of a contrast. And then I think 3 windows on the back wall make sense in an area that you're going to be waking up to and opening up those curtains to get in natural light every single day. And I love that combination here in the primary bedroom. Now, one thing I want to mention, when we get outside into the patio, wait for that. I can't wait for you to see the views that are here in Liberty Hill, Texas. I'll talk about the community that we're in. I'll even show you a lot that they're building Chesmar plans on in this community called Lariat. Now, I'm excited for you to see that lot because it has an incredible view, but stick with me. We are here in the primary bathroom. I love the accent tile that they put on this back wall in a herringbone pattern. It matches up really well with the cabinet hardware on these light brown cabinets. I'm also seeing this combination quite a bit recently with white countertops with some veins running through it, and that dark hardware on the cabinets pull out those veins, and that accent tile that we're going to see here again in a second. I think that combination is fantastic, and I'm seeing a lot of buyers now go to either white cabinets or light brown cabinets or a combination of both. And I say that combination because I just got back from the design studio with one of my clients a few days before posting this video, and they picked incredible design upgrades. Now, I don't know why they would be watching this video, but if they are, shout out to them. Please reach out to me if you are watching. Would love to hear from you, and I can't wait to see their home built out. And I will ask them if I can post their video of their home when it's completed in about 6 months, because they picked incredible design upgrades. Now, I did want to mention, I love that freestanding tub. I do think it opens up the space so much here in the primary bathroom. And then I also like the window above that freestanding tub. It brings in so much natural light into this primary bathroom. And then keep in mind, after closing, you can always put a film on that window to give you privacy in this bathroom. It just obscures the window, or some builders even allow for an obscured window upgrade in case you want privacy right out of the gate. Now, in the walk-in shower, I love what they did here with this black accent tile that we saw previously. Just putting simple tiles sometimes in a herringbone pattern makes all the difference. And then I like the white outline in the grout here that we're seeing throughout this tile. It just provides a little bit more of a contrast that I think so many buyers are looking for in their tile in their bathroom. Now, while we go through the primary closet, I did want to mention sometimes a dark tile is very risky, especially on all walls in the walk-in shower. For the obvious reason, it can feel dark when you're in that shower. Sometimes I've had buyers just do an accent wall, meaning whatever the far wall is in that closet, in that shower, they'll put the black tile or something darker to provide a contrast, but then the other walls are a lighter tile, and that keeps things very light and bright while still giving you that contrast that people want in their bathroom. Now, we'll say that specific tile did have some really good movement within the tile, and it reflected a lot of the light that was in the bathroom, just not even just natural light, just like the lights that were on. And I think that can make a difference, especially when you have a dark tile. Now, we're going to head over to the dining room next, and then I'm going to head outside, show you the back patio, which I think is fantastic. And then I'll give you an idea of what the lots look like here in Lariat. Now, one thing I want to mention about this dining room is going back to windows. Take a look at the 3 transom windows off the left side of your home, which I think is smart. A lot of these homes are built 5 feet off the property line, and that means you're about 10 feet away from your neighbors. And if you're unless you're a corner lot or you're in a cul-de-sac, you're probably going to be up against those neighbors. But I think providing those transom windows up there gives you a lot of great natural light into that dining room. I think those back windows were incredible, especially when they all open to this. Take a look at this back patio where they did a deck extension. Now, this is something that maybe Chesmar would not do, but they're giving you an idea of what's possible after market. But they do love ceiling height here, both in the living room and in the back patio, and I think this is incredible. What's also incredible is you're getting a glimpse of the beauty that's here in this community called Lariat, and I want to take it a step further and show you one of the lots right here. I love coming out to communities like Lariat because they have incredible lots. So that plan that you're watching, the Hattie plan with Chesmar Homes, can be built on so many fantastic lots, like the one I'm in right now. So just imagine all those windows off the back of the home looking out to a backdrop like this. Back to the video. Now, I recommend rewinding that video and taking a look at that lot one more time, because imagine all of these windows and this tall ceiling in the main living area, as well as here in the patio, all looking out to that incredible backdrop. Also, if you do rewind the video, you might see there are huge construction vehicles on the right side in that video towards the end of it. They are doing so much work here in Lariat, opening up some future sections in 2024, and I'm so excited for it because I've been able to tour the lots that are coming up in the next month or two with various builders, and I get excited when I see views, and there are definitely views here in this community called Lariat. Now, if you want more details on Lariat, towards the end of the video, I'll actually feature a home that's for sale in this community so you have an idea on pricing. I'll also mention a little bit about the suburb in a second that we're in, which is called Liberty Hill, Texas. But I also want to mention the metrics of this home because I completely forgot to do that at the beginning of this video. And that's the square footage is over 2,700 square feet. We have 4 bedrooms, 3 full bathrooms in this home, and we do have 2 bedrooms downstairs. I will get to the rest of the first story in a second, but I want to head upstairs while we're here because in this plan, it's a unique home where the stairwell is hidden in the back of the home. So if you're somebody who doesn't like the stairwell hitting the front door or feeling a little bit congested at the front door, you like it hidden, then this could be a plan that could be interesting to you. While we're up here, and I'm going to show you this very large game room in a second, but we have some storage here. I'll just mention there's a lot of growth in this suburb called Liberty Hill, Texas, because in most cities in Texas, we grow wide. And that's exactly what's happening here in Austin, where there's a lot of development south of here in neighboring suburbs. And even though we're not right next to downtown or close to it, there's so much growth that's happening along the Northwest Corridor. And if I have time, I'll cover it towards the end of the video. But I want to get back into the plan because this is one of the biggest parts of the home my clients loved when they walked through, this enormous game room area. Now they have it decked out in purple and yellow because that's the school colors of the high school that's close by called Liberty Hill High School. They usually have an incredible football team, and it's definitely part of the culture that's here in the suburbs in Texas. But this is going to be one of the compromises that I would say is in the plan that I had to juggle with one of my clients. Now, this is what they're calling the tech center area. So we have a desk here. It is open to the game room. We do have a couple windows. But for my clients, and a lot of my clients, they're in tech. They work from home, or one of the spouses works from home, or they do a hybrid model where they go to the office maybe 2 to 3 days a week, and then the remaining days they're at home working. And that was one of the compromises that we talked about where, do we want to have a tech center area that's open to the game room? Because there isn't a formal study in this plan currently. Now, I will tell you, my client's contracted with another floor plan with Chesmar that I'll detail on another video. But in this video covering the Hattie plan, I will tell you there is something unique that you can do to get a study in this space. I should say possibly get a study, but reach out to me. I know these types of things because I've worked with so many different builders and I know the right questions to ask. So if you really value having a study or a work from home area in your home, then reach out to me. I could have a creative solution for you. Moving on, we're going to take a look at a couple of spare bedrooms on this side. Stick with me towards the end of the video. I will actually show you this floor plan for sale in this neighborhood. So if you want an idea of what that looks like and maybe a non-model home that's not over upgraded beyond what average homeowners do, I'll definitely show you that inventory home that's for sale, and I'll show you the cost later on in the video. In these spare bedrooms, what I want to talk a little bit further on is going to be the community that we're in called Lariat. Now, the first thing I'll mention about Lariat is the beauty that's here. I love communities that capture the beauty of the Austin metro area because I think that's why so many buyers are moving here, especially for all my clients that are thinking of moving here from Seattle. You're tired of the weather, it's cloudy, it's the #1 city in the United States, excluding Alaska, for least amount of sunny days in the United States. So if you're asking yourself if it makes a difference to live in the Austin metro compared to Seattle, it does. And all my clients that move here from Seattle tell me that. And by the way, 32% of my clients have moved here from Seattle. 27% are from California, the state of California, where there's multiple cities. So Seattle is by far my #1 city for people moving here. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Seattle. I actually met my wife at a wedding in Seattle that was in the beautiful mountains. I love how picturesque it is, but I've also lived in a city for 10 years, Pittsburgh, that was #4 on that same list for least amount of sunny days. And when I lived in Pittsburgh, people said, well, at least we don't live in Seattle where it rains even more than Pittsburgh. So I can tell you, growing up in Pennsylvania, it absolutely makes a difference being here. And that's why I love the lifestyle. I also love talking about moving to Austin. So I did that before I even got licensed in real estate. I never thought I would get into real estate, but I kept talking about moving to Austin. And then people started moving here. I actually had some first cousins move from Portland, Oregon. I had a lot of family move from the northern part of the United States down south here to Austin, and absolutely love it. And now I've published a lot on YouTube, and I have a lot of clients who reach out to me through YouTube. In fact, 98% of my real estate business are people that call me through YouTube. Anyway, so that's my rant about Seattle, or moving here from Seattle to Austin. Getting back to Lariat, it's got so much. It's got an on-site school that's coming soon. It's got an event lawn, resort styles pool, splash pad, community pavilion. It basically has a lot of areas to get the residents in the community outside of their home meeting with people in their neighborhood, because I think everybody wants that community feel where you can just walk outside your door, meet up with neighbors, and meet up with friends. And I think that community feel is so important. And looking at this community that has 5 builders and all these amenities coming soon and beautiful topography, I think it has that combination that could make this community a well sought after community once it's fully built out. But if you're watching this in 2024 or sometime in the near future, Lariat is just getting going, and you'll see that reflective in the pricing, which we'll get to in a few minutes. Now, that was a look at the utility room. They don't have a washer and dryer in there because this is a model home, meaning nobody's living here. Again, it's just for representation purposes. And when I say representation, that's why you see so many different design upgrades. Chesmar is just showcasing what's possible here in this community, or when you build with Chesmar. It doesn't mean they're going to be able to do everything that you see in this home. Like I mentioned, the exterior deck might be one of the things they don't do. The ceiling design that you saw in the living room might not be one of those things. And you know, some of these things are not really that over upgraded. Like this is an acrylic pan instead of a mud set shower that would have a tile. And then that tile that you saw there didn't even go up to the ceiling. So I don't think there were a ton of upgrades. Even the sink in the kitchen was like a partition sink. And I really don't see that too often in model homes. Usually they do a pretty big upgrade there, like an apron sink or something like that. In other words, I've seen model homes that are way over the top and hundreds of thousands of dollars beyond what your average homeowner does. I think this is above average, but not by a whole lot. And that's where I do think when you're touring homes, it's a good idea to see model homes, but also see homes that are inventory homes that might have an average amount of upgrades in it. Moving on, we are in the second bedroom downstairs. I know it doesn't look the part because this is usually where they have meetings, being that it's a model home, or meet with clients. And then this would be the walk-in closet attached to this second bedroom downstairs. And that's why the full bathroom is right off of this bedroom. So even though it's not in suite, it is close by and kind of tucked away in this private hallway. Now, as we exit this bedroom, I do want to call out the opening that you see in front of us. That wouldn't be a finished area. That would be a 2-car garage. So there would be a door there. But again, this is a model home. So a lot of the design selections are actually located in what would normally be the garage area. But let me know what you think about this main living area. I absolutely loved it with the windows and the tall ceilings and the cool design upgrades that they had in this model home. And I also want to go back to the outside of the home that I thought was so cool. Let's get back to it right here. Now, I want to hear from you in the comments. What did you think about the Hattie plan with Chesmar Homes? Now, if you wanted more information about this plan, or you wanted help with just navigating through the market with all the builders that are out there, reach out to me. My number's at the bottom of the description of this video. Now, if you want to see actual homes for sale with their final price points, go ahead and click on the link at the top of the description of this video. I'm going to put one of those videos offered by Chesmar right here. So that will give you an idea of what pricing looks like with Chesmar. As always, I hope this helps. Take care, everyone.